Hey Slime Squad, hope you're well. It's Nadia coming from the Playroom. We can't have Slime Squad in the Playroom, so we're bringing it to you virtually. So today we're gonna make our favorite slime. Some people can't live without it. You already know I'm one of them. But we're gonna be making slime today. Later on, I'll be asking you if you would like to make any specific types of slimes. You guys can leave it down in the comment section. As this is being recorded, we'll listen to your thoughts and let us know what you're interested in making. So for those of you that are in the rooms in-house, we have sent a lovely package of what materials you'll need to to make the slime with me today. Others from afar, these are the materials that you will need. We are going to need 4 fluid ounces of slime, of glue, to make the slime. A spoon. We pre-measured our baking soda. It's 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda. Contact solution, we're going to need 1 tablespoon of the contact solution to start our mixture, but then you can self-pour into your container, whether it be a bowl or a container such as this that you're making it in. And of course, to make our slime after it's come to life look beautiful, color and glitter to make it sparkle and shine. Colors that we'll be using today are purple. In the package for the friends that are in-house making slime for our Slime Squad today, I've sent you 2 colors, purple and blue. I did some slime yesterday in advance for this day to show you guys some of the things that I love about what we'll be doing today. The stretch of your slime, of course, will be great the first day. Remember, if you're not using your slime, to keep it in the container that you've received it in, because you don't want it to get dry and you want it to do all the things you want it to do. Okay, so this is an example of what I made yesterday, but I'll be making slime with you right now. So first things first, I would say the easiest thing to go along with me is for you guys to open all of your containers. The container of glue, your bag for your baking soda, your contact solution container, and your container for your glitter and your watercolor. Okay, that way you don't have to slow down, and don't worry, you can always go back and look at these, because we will be the steps listed below the video that you're viewing right now. So even if you get lost, you can go back and look at the instructions. But here we're going to start right now. So you've opened all of your containers. I have a good amount of glue in here in order for me to have an awesome slime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my container of glue. I'm going to pour my pre-measured bag of baking soda into my glue. Remember, it is 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda. So once you've poured that, we are going to mix it until it dissolves. Dissolves means that it's no longer there, that you can't see any trace of the baking soda within your glue. If you see white particles still, you still need to continue to mix because it's not ready yet. Your glue, it needs to look a little cloudy, but it's looking like it's going to be a little clear by the time you're done mixing it. For those of you that make cakes or cookies, this is your lane. Mixing is what you do. So you're going to mix until it's thoroughly mixed, and it's going to look really nice, and it's going to look nice and a little clear but a little cloudy at the same time, but you know that there's no particles of baking soda left. You don't want to be the person to be playing with slime when it has particles of baking soda in it. It's not cool, so don't do it. So we've mixed it, it's good. So we have our glue. For those of you that are just joining us from afar, we poured our pre-measured 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda into our mixture. We mixed it until it's dissolved. Here is where we are going to take the same spoon. Notice how we're using all the materials on our table, and we're going to take a spoon of our contact solution and pour it into our mixture. Put the same spoon back in, and we're going to keep our contact solution closed because we're going to still go back to it. One spoon never necessarily does the trick, but it helps to activate the slime. That's what the contact solution does. We're not using borax because a lot of our families in the past in our slime squad adventures have said, you know, I'm not a fan of using borax. It's not necessarily safe. Some people believe it's just okay, but for that we don't use borax when we're doing slime squad here anyway. So I've been stirring with the 1 tablespoon of our contact solution, and this is what the slime has started to look like. If you could see this, you're paying attention, notice how this is slowly dripping from the spoon. It's activated, but it's not ready for you to play with. You need to put a little bit more of the contact solution in there, but it's getting there to the point that you know that this is going to work. So for those of you that have no patience, and you really want to get to the slime part, hang in there, we're gonna get there together, okay? So we're mixing, and I'm going to pour a little bit. This is like your free pouring. I'm gonna pour a little mixture of the contact solution and put that down. Again, we're gonna keep it close, and just in case we need it, we're going to mix. Notice that our slime is changing it again. It's becoming more like a ball mixture, and notice that I'm still keeping it in the container. Now you're asking, Nadia, how do you know that this is ready for you to like put on the table and for you to play with? Honestly, what you do is you take your index finger, and I love to poke my slime, and if it's not necessarily reaching back at you and it's not sticking to your finger, you know that it's ready to put on your flat surface. The flat surface we'll be using today is going to be, for those of you that are in-house, I know all flat surfaces won't necessarily work for you the way that, you know, my plain tables when we have slime squad works for you. So we're gonna be using parchment paper, okay? So this is not necessarily ready yet, but I'm gonna pour a little bit more of the contact solution, and when it is ready, I'm gonna put it on my parchment paper and we're gonna stretch it out. So all of you guys with the ingredients will be receiving parchment paper in-house in order for you to do the best slime for slime squad of your life, okay? So we've gotten it, I'm touching it, I'm noticing that it's not coming back at me, it's not stretching, it's not keeping my hand with it, so I'm going to take it out of the bowl. Some of you have done slime squad with me in the past know that I am not afraid of touching glue. It is like my favorite thing to do. And so I always tell you guys, please make sure that you go back and you take every scoop of slime that you can, because slime should not be wasted. I am gonna put this aside for now. I'm gonna gather my slime together. And notice how I am using parchment paper and it is doing glorious things for me. It's not sticking to the parchment paper, which we really wanted to not happen. And I'm balling it together. And for those of you that always do slime squad with me, another thing I tell you is you're going to dip your fingers into your contact solution, and that's going to help you better manage your slime because it's not going to stick to you as much. Okay, so for those of you that are in-house, I gave you a full container of contact solution. You literally need to put your fingers in the contact solution, rub them together, touch your slime, and make sure that it is not sticky in order for you to play with it, in order for you to be comfortable, because no one wants sticky slime. For those of you at home and you're virtually watching this from afar, literally take the bottle of contact solution, drizzle it on your hands or your fingers, rub it in, and get down with your slime. I am not a hypocrite, so I'm going to go back, put my slime in the container, and get all of that glue out. Okay? No slime left behind. It's not happening. So we have all the slime together. It's looking really good that the container looks like it's free of all the slime. We still have a little ways to go with getting all of it out, but do your best to get that out. If it's on your fingers, the best thing to do is use the slime to get the glue off your fingers. So remember, go into the container with your slime to get all of the slime out of the container. And as you can see, my slime is pretty amazing. It's not sticky. If you guys, for those of you that love to go in and make sure that it's not sticky, you can open up your slime and pour some contact solution into it, and then fold it and knead it like pastry dough in order for you to get it to the consistency that you want it to be in. And I would tell you the consistency that it's currently in, I love. When I could make a window, as I just did for you guys, it's like I know that my slime is ready. So I'm gonna put my contact solution over here along with my spoon and bag because I don't need those materials at the moment. What I am going to bring is my glitter and my watercolor. Today we're using purple, and so I'm gonna get my spoon again. We are going to go and do our color first. Again, I sent 2 colors. You either have purple or blue. You use what you want. If you don't want color in there at all, this will, you can just use glitter and this will clear up in 4 days. Science, I love it. So we're gonna pour this all over, and notice how my slime is still on my parchment paper, friends. It is not just on the table, because a lot of people where they are might not have a flat surface that works for them. So I'm giving you one. Parchment paper, it soaks up all of the watercolor. And notice how I am currently kneading all of my slime into like a pastry dough. And it's stretching. And notice how I've only done a full tablespoon of my color, my watercolor. Some of you will want it to be darker, and that's totally fine. If you want it to be royalty dark, you continue to pour this into your slime. But for me, I love the way that this is looking. I might not necessarily pour again, but I am making sure that I'm mixing it as much as I can into each other in order for it to look really, really good. And so I'm picking it up. I'm mixing it in. It's making all the fart noises that you can imagine that it's bringing. I'm also going to do a window so you guys can see what color it is. And you notice that the color is gorgeous. It's beautiful. And for those of you that are in Slime Squad with me often, you know that I love making windows to make you see how far your slime has come from the beginning. And right now what I'm going to do is, again, you can choose to add color, you can choose to add glitter. It's not necessarily that it has to be something that you need to do. But for me, I love adding color and I love using glitter. So I'm going to use the same spoon that I went into my watercolor with, and I'm gonna put my slime down. I am going to dust it. I'm going to sprinkle it all over my, my slime. Parents that are out there that are virtually watching this with you, I apologize in advance because I know you are not fans of glitter. But remember, you have parchment paper that you're using as a base, and that you, it'll be less messy if you do use the parchment paper. So again, we're folding this in. Pastry dough-like skills that you're using now. Parents, this is an indication if your kids are great bakers, or they possibly can be through this experiment of making slime together. So I'm folding it in, you fold it in as much as you can to get it to where you need it to be. I don't necessarily like to fold it in all the way. I like to see how far it's come. I like to take it, I like to twirl it around. Again, it's a beautiful purple. I adore it. You could make it darker if you choose. Again, we are making this together. In the comment section, you guys can add, Nadia, you say, this is the type of slime I would like you to make with us virtually. Letting you know that I have included with each of our packets that we've sent you to do slime with us, our Slime Squad program, is included parchment paper and foil. We folded it into like a square, or better yet, a half, in order for you to have a flat surface to work with in making your slime. Parchment paper, it's not going to stick once you put it down, and also the foil underneath is to catch whatever watercolor we use when we're putting color on our slime. If you put it on a parchment paper, it does go through, but the barrier of the foil will not. After it does, if after you see there's any color within the foil, all you're gonna do is take your slime and you're gonna roll it in the water on the foil, so the watercolor soaks it up. So please come back and join me Wednesdays at 5 p.m. You guys can join me and hang out with me and make slime. Please let me know in the comment section what type of slime you would like to see made. If we do have all of the materials, we will take your suggestions into consideration. Thanks, Slime Squad. Hope you're doing well. See you soon. Bye.